Hello, everyone. This is Sinema77, horror and cult film lover. I'm back with another video, and we're going to do a movie review. Before I get started, though, I would really like to take a second to say to the fans of the film director Walerian Borchik that I really do apologize that I've been mispronouncing his name for so long. I've reviewed movies of his like Immoral Tales, The Beast, Love Rights, so on. And I really feel bad because I've been mispronouncing his name the entire time. I kept calling him Walerian Borwick, but I forgot that his name is actually Walerian Borchik. So I do apologize, and I'm probably still mispronouncing it. So if that's the case, I am still sorry. But apparently, for some reason, I can't get the man's name right. Anyway, the movie we're going to talk about is his movie. I just picked this up from Cult Epics, and this is Behind Convent Walls. This movie came out in 1978, and actually, he adapted it from a story by Stendhal. Now, this movie here, I mean, this right here tells you everything you need to know about the movie. Okay, the movie takes place in um, not really like a kind of like I was getting ready to say monastery. It's like, no, that's where monks live. It's like, no, it's a convent. And you got these nuns in this convent, and I'm not even kidding. I mean, they do have kind of like a mother superior that watches over them, and she's constantly like trying to discipline them, and she's trying to constantly keep them in line, because seriously, I mean, it's like every chance they get, these nuns are always getting into some kind of debauchery of some sort. I mean, you know, they're uh, they're chasing after men, or they're going into they're going into the chapel, and they're doing cabaret and dancing and having lesbian sex and all this other kind of stuff. And yeah, so I mean, these are some wild nuns. I mean, but so right there off the bat, this is going to tell you this is one of those kind of movies. It's all nunsploitation. So pretty much right here, you know what you're getting yourself into watching this movie. And I mean, the funny thing is though, is like I actually do enjoy this movie, and the reason why is because it's almost comedic in a way. I mean, I think that was intentional, but yeah, I mean, this movie has kind of a funny tone to it, and just kind of a it does have a humorous side to it, just kind of the way like some of the actors react to situations, and the way the dialogue plays out in the film. But really, that kind of is the biggest part of your story. Is you have like there's this one character named Silva, who he's always like he's always there. He's always working in the convent, and like he's chopping wood, or he's doing groundskeeping, or he's fixing things, or he's delivering food or whatever. He's always doing something. And we got one of the nuns is sorry, one of the nuns is like really really like infatuated with him, and really wants to get to know him, and she has just real desire for him. And then we get another character, I think his name's Rodrigo. He comes in, and he's kind of like a drifter, a little bit, got a little bit of like a con man thing to him. And he's related to like one of the fathers who watches over the asylum. And so he goes to him, and the father takes him in, and lets him do work around the church. So of course he's there, like he's got one of the nuns he's really going after. I think her name was Clara or something. But he's got one of the nuns, like he's really going at, I mean, almost to the point of raping this woman. But I mean, it's just, this movie is wild, and like I said, it's pretty funny in some parts. You actually have like one, I keep wanting to say nurse, but they're nuns. But I promise I'm not drunk and I'm not high. Uh, but one of the nuns, she has a real habit of like every time, like this guy Silva, like he's chopping wood. Like at one point he's chopping firewood, and one of the logs, he hits it so hard that it flies up and it busts through a window. And so she sees it, and it's just like, yeah, perfect size, perfect like dowel size and stuff. So she takes that, she takes a broken piece of glass and she shaves it down and basically turns it into a dildo. And she even, I don't know how she manages to do it, but even at the end of it, there's an image of Jesus on there, and she's basically she kind of titles herself as like the bride of Christ, and so she's using this on herself, and but uh, to put it, I guess the best way to put it is like this woman really loves Jesus, but I'm going to hell for this. Oh God. Anyway, but no, still. So anyway, but these nurses, they're always kind of getting up to stuff, and they're having sex. They're either they're sneaking guys into this convent, or the nuns are having sex with each other, or they're masturbating, or doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And at one point, you have like the mother superior. She's trying to keep everybody in line. She's always like trying to keep everybody disciplined, and she's always trying to keep things straight and try to keep them pure as they can be. But it turns out like all the nuns are pretty much kind of turning against her. And at one point, well, the one nun who she's attracted to the man Silva, who's doing the groundskeeping and stuff, that she wants to basically like sneak him in, or she wants to run off to meet him. And so they devise this plan that what they're going to do is they're going to put um, something in the tea of the mother superior, and when she drinks it, basically she's pretty much going to be conked out, and that's going to be it. Then they can sneak the men in, or they can run out to meet the men. And it's like Clara, she goes to visit Rodrigo, and when he tries to take her back, she basically flips out, and she goes unconscious. And so he lays her down and then pretty much rips off her habit and goes to work, giving her oral sex, and then so on. That's the thing. I'm going to tell you right here and now. Okay, so if like that's your main question, if your main question is there nudity in this movie? Plenty, plenty of nudity in this movie. It's nunsploitation. So if you like seeing nuns getting up to really naughty, debaucherous type stuff, then yeah, you're gonna love this. But so anyway, so he's giving her oral sex, and then she's, you know, earlier in the movie, she's talking about Christ. She's like, Christ, I love you. I belong only to you. I am there for you. I love you, Christ. I am yours, Christ. I belong to you. I love you and only you and everything else. But when he starts doing his thing with her, immediately it's like Christ goes out of it, and then she starts replacing it with Rodrigo. And so instead of saying, Christ, I love you, and Christ, I want you, and Christ, I want us to be together and stuff, she's saying it with his name. Rodrigo, I love you. Rodrigo, I want you, and so on, so on. And then you have the other nun. She goes and she has basically kind of a like a tryst with Silva, and they spend the night there and everything else. And then come the next morning, it's like, okay, well, he takes Rodrigo, he takes Clara back, and the idea is they got to try to get everything, because they figure the mother superior is going to be up any time now, and she's going to be running around like crazy and stuff, doing her thing. So everybody's like trying to get things all situated. But then we find out that basically the mother superior, rather than being drugged and she takes like a drug, goes to sleep, wakes up the next morning, we find out actually she's been poisoned. And she realizes she's been poisoned. She realizes that the nuns that she swore to look after and try to protect, that they turned against her, and basically they end up poisoning her. So she ends up dying, and so then they start sounding the alarm and all this stuff, that the mother superior is dead, and all this. And but you got like the priest, he's going around talking about like um you know uh don't bring attention to this whole thing, because it's gonna get everybody mad at us, and everybody's gonna it's going to cause quite the controversy and everything else. And so, but you got like naked nuns running around because you had like a naked nun lesbian orgy going on. You had all kinds of stuff going on, but and so the father, the priest, he goes to talk to Clara, and she admits to him that she had been with Rodrigo, and basically she's standing there pretty much naked, showing herself off and everything. She's got like her black robe on, but it's open so you can see everything. And so she's talking about how she's, pretty much now she's Rodrigo's woman, and she's going to be with him, and she's in love with him. And he's like, no, no, you were like our last hope, and all this kind of stuff. And she's, this woman is flipped. I mean, she is no longer sane at all. And then, the other nun who was with Silva, she's pretty much lost it as well. Silva is basically chased down by the villagers, and he's attacked. I don't know if they ever kill him or not. They show him being beaten on, but they never show whether or not they actually kill him. So I don't know. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. Same thing with Rodrigo. Kind of like their fates end up being kind of ambiguous. You don't really know if they're dead or alive, or do they get away? Do they not? It's kind of hard to know what happens. But so anyway, so yeah, then they bring in pretty much like the bishop or the archdiocese. I'm not a Catholic, so I don't know this stuff. So, but so they bring him in, and he's talking about like, yeah, we got to try to keep this quiet because word gets out what these nuns have been up to. It's all over and stuff. So they're going to basically they're going to interrogate like Clara, and then they find her that she's dead, and then they go to see the other nun. They find out she's dead, and they're all like, these two were, at first they're thinking, well, they killed themselves, but then they're all like, no, we think that she was murdered. We think these two were murdered so they wouldn't talk. And it turns out one of the nuns did actually do it. I'm sorry, I screwed up. I really should have said spoilers. I do apologize. But yeah, I'm sorry, spoilers. But anyway, though, so yeah, they find out that these nuns have been murdered, and then like it's like all it's going insane, because they're trying to deal with all the stuff that's going on, and they're trying to keep it quiet. You got like one nun, she's like ringing the bell in the chapel, and it's drawing attention, so they're like trying to go and no, don't bring more attention to this and all this other kind of stuff. So it all goes crazy from there, but yeah. But this movie, it's insane, But honestly, though, if this is your kind of thing, I mean, if you like seeing, if you're into this kind of thing, you like nunsploitation, and some of it's pretty good. I admit, like I said, this movie, I had fun with it. Um, I wouldn't, if you're if you're very strictly religious or you're very oversensitive, then yeah, I really don't recommend you watching this because I really don't think this movie is going to be for you. But if you just kind of let it roll off your back, take it with a grain of salt, don't let it bother you too much, then yeah, this movie's pretty much it's fun. It's just meant to be a wild movie. Here's the back of it there. I mean, that too kind of gives you an idea. Look at the nun doing this little thing here, and so and then you got this one here. It's like she pricks her finger on a rose, and so she's sucking off the blood. And you got one nun in this movie. She grabs hold of like roses, and she gets like the thorns, digging into her hands and stuff, and so basically she's telling everybody she's got stigmata, that she was chosen by God. She's got stigmata and stuff. And like I said, this movie it's crazy all around. But yeah, like I said, just go if you're strictly religious, and yeah, you're really gonna hate this movie, or if you're very oversensitive, you're gonna probably hate it as well. But yeah, if you want something you want like a guilty pleasure, you want something just kind of fun and naughty to watch, and kind of like kind of like get it out of your system, watch a little something you really shouldn't be watching, then yeah, Behind Convent Walls, I think would definitely work. And if you're Borchix, see what I'm saying? I can't pronounce the poor man's name. Borchix, if you're a fan of his movies, like Immoral Tales or The Beast or Love Rights, so on and so on. Yeah, I think you're gonna like this one as well. the I'm sorry, the movie is very beautifully photographed by Luciano Tavalli, who filmed movies like Suspiria, and this movie it's it does look good. It's beautifully filmed. There's a lot of whiteout scenes, but so yeah, you're not gonna get the super vibrant bright red colors or anything like you would on Suspiria, but still it's a beautifully filmed movie. But yeah, I think this movie it's fun. It's if you're into this kind of thing, and um, like I said, this is if you want to watch something pretty much strictly for adults. This is definitely not something for kids, obviously, but I had fun with it. I had fun with it. So anyway, though, that's going to pretty much wrap it up. Yeah, we talked about it, and yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's just it depends on if this kind of movie is your. It depends on if you're a fan of the filmmaker, or it depends on if you're just into this kind of movie. So it's like I don't mind it. So it was all right. So, anyway, that's gonna take care of it. We talk about Behind Convent Walls. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I thank you sincerely for taking the time to watch it. If you did. If you did like the video, please like and subscribe. I do weekly videos. I do movie reviews. I do shelf by shelf of my collections and haul videos, things like that. Trying to do some theme weeks, trying to do some other kind of compilation videos and things. So yeah, hopefully I can make some good entertainment that keep you guys that you will enjoy. So thank you again for watching. Until next time, this is Cinema 77 Horror Cult Film Lover, and take care. Have a good night, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.